as soon as the results were officially declared, Prime Minister Narendra Modi called and congratulated American President Donald Trump on his election on Wednesday afternoon, or we could call him President-elect at this point. Later in the day, the Prime Minister in fact took to platform X and said, "Had a great conversation with my friend President Donald Trump, congratulating him on a spectacular victory. Looking forward to working closely together once again to further strengthen India-US relations across technology, defense, energy, space, and several other sectors." On your screens right now is the telephonic conversation he has had and what he has had to say. The focus was on building and renewing the strategic partnership between these two nations. The two leaders spoke about the collaboration to further strengthen the India-US bilateral ties and the comprehensive global and strategic partnership. In the wake of raging conflicts in Ukraine and West Asia, the Prime Minister has said that the two leaders would work together for peace and stability. Together, let's work for the betterment of our people and to promote global peace, stability and prosperity, Prime Minister Modi has said in his message to President Trump. Now, Trump has previously highlighted his commitment to protecting their freedoms and enhancing relations with India, a nation he said was a vital ally. Well, with that, we will in fact go back to Mr. Ayagri and discuss in depth with regards to a lot that has happened and more importantly, what is to come in these upcoming few months, if I may say so. Mr. Ayagri, you know, we've been discussing about President Donald Trump's promises that he's made during the campaigns. What do you think would be his first step, or rather first plan of action? What will he be executing out of all the promises made? There are some crucial ones with regards to immigration. We see economics as well, which has shaped, in fact, this very election. The economic policies that he had spoken about took center stage. What do you think would be his first plan of action as he begins his role as the 47th president?
Yeah. Before I answer the question, let me just comment very quickly on Modi's message.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Modi is extremely happy. And there are, I think he's got a few other happy people in other parts of the planet. In fact, every continent, I should say. In Europe, Putin is happy. In Asia, Modi is happy. In Middle East, Netanyahu is happy. Okay, so actually people find it hard to believe, but I'm pretty sure Xi Jinping is also happy. Not because, but Trump is both an asset and a liability, because we all know Trump is absolutely in favor of tariffs. China would be the first, and Iran would be the first target. Iran in a different way, but China in terms of tariff. But that there's also a hidden opportunity for Xi Jinping in terms of the electoral decision here. One is there will be tariffs, like I said, but also Trump is unpredictable, and more importantly, he's against alliances and multilateral institutions. So if Trump, I shouldn't say withdraw, but if Trump slowly moves away from IPF, which is Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, he's happy because he can go ahead with the salami slicing, wolf order diplomacy, breaking the rules order. So he could do all that unabated in the Indo-Pacific. That's where he wants to exert his influence. So in a way, he's happy, but otherwise, Mr. Modi, Netanyahu, and I think Putin are the happiest. Anyway, now coming back to your question, I'm sorry, I thought I had to comment on that.
In fact, if I may, I think
sure.
that there was a discussion, as in like people have come out to say the only loser probably in this entire scenario was Ukraine. Zelensky must not be very happy with this very result, given, absolutely not, given what Trump has had to say over the months during his campaign.
Yeah. Absolutely, and a very quick comment on that. Arun is fine. Because he has been promising that he will stop the wars, number one, and he will not fund money to Ukraine, and rightfully so. I'm a student of political science. The concept of realism, right? Everything is realism now. What Jaishankar does is a realist approach. Every country works in his or I should say in her own interests. So Trump sees no point in sending billions and billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine in the name of democracy. That is what the Democratic, capital D, administration has been doing in the United States, giving a lot of aid to Ukraine to the point where people started questioning the authenticity of the usage of the money or the aid, I should say, sent to Ukraine. So they were not happy about this. The U.S. has their own problems. Okay, I understand. Anytime democracy is under attack, U.S. is the first person, the first country which other countries would look at for help. But that does not mean U.S. has to intervene in every single conflict in the whole world. As is Middle East is a big head scratcher for U.S. So it finally wiggled out of Afghanistan, although in a very unpleasant way and unidealist way. But anyway, so U.S. is trying her best to not intervene in other conflicts if needed. So coming back to your question on the priorities, right? Immigration, yeah, absolutely. I think immigration and inflation or economy are the top, but getting a little domestic here, right? Talking about domestic issue, taxes. I think people voted for him. For a lot of business folks voted for Mr. Trump uh, when because they were attracted by his tax policy, business taxes. Mr. Trump said he would seek to extend the expiring provisions of the something called as TCJA. Sorry, it's called Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. He wants to extend it now, right?
Right.
So he wants to reduce the tax rate from 21 to 15% for domestic production only for goods manufactured in the U.S. So he wants to do that. Same thing with income tax and giving credits, deductions, exemptions, and things like that. So basically, and from a taxes perspective, I think overall, to keep it simple, goal is to reduce taxes from his administration, and of course, immigration.
Right. So
Big
economy
factor.
and immigration seems to be the top priority at this given point with regards to what will his top focus be as he, takes up the role of presidency in the upcoming months. Well, with that, Arun, thank you so much for joining us here on News 9 with those interesting insights as to how things look at this very juncture and how things have been over the last couple of 24 hours.